Dua Lipa is actually teaching you jazz harmony. This is IkeGuitar. Let's dive in. I was going to do a whole video on how to play the newest Dua Lipa song, Houdini, and I got to playing it, and it was just amazing what Dua Lipa is doing with her main bedded chord progression. And to me, it's a great example of how you can take chords and imply jazz harmony without actually playing jazz. Let me show you what I mean. So let me show you the first few seconds of this chord progression so you can hear it, and then I'll explain it to you guys. Alright, let's talk about the chord progression to begin with. So you have our first riff, which is what the synth is playing, is this D to A, D to B flat, a D to G, and then a C to G. Now, when using the dyad structure in this way, you're allowing the rest of the key signature to be implied by other instrumentation and the melody. And that's how we get to find that we're actually in the key of D minor. Because there's no underlying third there to help us, we have to fill in those chords. So let me show you what I've come to recognize as that chord progression in the majority of the song. So we have the D minor with an A on top, which is the fifth. Then we have what we would consider a G minor. We're still within the tonic key, D minor. And then we have what I would consider, it's a really weird chord. We have an E, we have a D, we have a G, and we have another G. Now, you can imply, if you just were to use the 1-5-1, like a power chord, it could just be G major. But that's not really going to make sense. It's an E minor with a third on top, which is that G. Which, in the key of D minor, kind of works, because in the key of D minor, you have the E half diminished as the 2. But obviously we're not using some of those color tones there. So it's really cool to see this use of this chord in this song, and it really adds to it. And then we have the C. Now that was the basic chord progression. Let's talk about the jazz in this. You would be surprised to find that these are common motifs used in jazz, traditional jazz harmony, but we're just going to add a little bit more color and make it even more pronounced. Now you could easily reharm this song and consider the fact that we're really just doing a bunch of minor 2-5s. Let me show you that example. So you have the D minor here, then we have the G minor, then we could have that E half diminished. But let's move it further. Let's jazz it up more, okay? You could also imply D minor 7, G minor, E half diminished, and then you have this A augmented, which is this A7 sharp 5. Right? So we have that was just D minor, G minor, E half diminished, into the A sharp 5, then I just omitted the third and gave us a D minor 9 sound. Absolutely amazing harmony coming from Dua Lipa. It's all just jazz, and we've just allowed us to reharm her song using traditional jazz motifs, and it sounds great. That is a minor 2-5 in Dua Lipa's Houdini. Absolutely incredible to be able to find that in modern pop music today. What she allows us to do is to interpret harmony based on the chord structures she's making, to allow the production to drive us and imply key signatures. Now listen, would I play the jazz-styled chords over the song if I were to perform with Dua Lipa? No, I would not. But you could hear that jazz harmony seeping through more traditional standard pop harmony, and that to me is a beautiful thing and something that only Dua Lipa has really done. This is an incredible taste into the idea of jazz harmony in modern pop music, and I'm happy to say it sounds great and it's a really good song. Guys, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please consider subscribing. I make videos all the time. Do you hear the beauty in that subtle harmony in Dua Lipa's Houdini? Just the main hook of that song offers you so much meat. You can do so much with that, and reharming and using jazz motifs to push your pop music further. And I want to encourage you guys, if you have not focused on using jazz harmony in pop music or using the techniques that Dua Lipa is using, you're going to want to. It's going to make your music life so much richer and so much more fulfilled. It's always great to see you guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on IkeGuitar.